Okay.
So you're going to soak this in like a distilled water.
Okay.
After you soak it, it's going to expand, right? You're going to hold it very loosely in your hand. And one shake.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's going to be too wet, and the seed taproot will rot.
Okay.
So these are the three most common problems: overwatering, over-fertilizing, and overgrowing your plants.
So Gabriel House is going to take a look at all of my grow tents and get them, or tell me what I need to get them up to snuff.
Yeah, about a year ago I went through a divorce with my wife.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it amicable?
Well, it was.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna become, you know, a committed bachelorette.
Hey, it's
My kid, like my youngest is 16. Two of my daughters are grown. I'm a grandma. Woo, look at you. I'm planning on moving out to my farm anyway. Yeah. I'm like,
hey, there's something really kind of fun about being single and not necessarily committed to anything that you don't want to
just
be.
As long as you're honest and upfront. That's my only thing. It's like, let's just be,
totally.
We're adults.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push the ductwork into the tent, and then we'll keep the fan outside on top of the tent. But all this extra duct, it just stresses the motor of the fan out. So.
Okay.
Yeah, like a back one.
Okay. And that's once a week.
Yeah.
And how do you dilute it? What's the?
You dilute it in water. You put like a couple teaspoons in water, and you've got your air stones here. You've got your air pumps in there as well. So you throw those in there, and you plug the air pump in, and it bubbles it. You do that for 24 hours, and then you go in and you hand water it in.
Okay. Fit the size of.
Yeah, 10 by 20.
One of those.
Right?
Okay.
And do you have seeds?
I have tons of seeds.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That one's pretty much ready to go. It does need to be cleaned out.
Yeah.
But the timer is on, and it's functioning. So that's all. Like the lighting of the fan is set up. You won't need a filter for that. The only one that you're going to need a filter for is this one.
Okay. Flowering.
You need to go to the 8-inch filter.
Okay. Okay, so let me give y'all a better little tour of my workspace. So I'm in my garage. Garage doors have been scrubbed down, bleached, sanitized. Every space that you see has been cleaned. And so this is where I learned how to grow better. I've been very frank. If you have pre-ordered Brenda's Balm, yes, just so conveniently happens to be here, there's a COA on each can that lets you know where I sourced the hemp. There I am. I have these glasses on because you got to protect your eyes against the lights. But if you've been following along, which hopefully you have, hit subscribe, hit like, support a enterprise, you know, support a sister, show a sister some love. You know that I did not harvest the crop this year, so I have worked diligently to source from only like top-notch flour, to make sure that Brenda's Balm, you know, was reflective of who it's named after, and it's named after my mother. So anyway, while I did that, I also made the commitment that that was temporary, and so now I have been out here learning how to grow, had to get it set up, have learned a lot. This is the after. The video you will see or have seen was over like time, and so now it's months and months later. So anyway, this is my propagation tent, cloning tent. This right here is pre-veg. We are actually in the process. There are my warming trays right there. This is about to go down in the next few days. This is probably my most worn tent. You know, she's gotten some use, but still works fine. So still rolling with her, and especially for pre-veg. And so of course, you know, you have your fans, have my filter, and this is my bigger tent, which will be used for flowering. And I am going to move this light over, add another light, or add another light over there. Anyway, add some more lights to this, have some time before I have to do it. These were sanitized and cleaned out, and then someone put some dirty pots in there, and so I have to redo those. But I'm not going to redo those because this will be used for flowering. So I'm just going to take all this out. There's like a little table I got from the thrift store. If you've been following me for a minute, I think I've deleted all my thrift videos because y'all weren't watching them. But I am a thrifter, or I archived them or something. So most of what you see in here, I have picked up my seeds right here. Here are all of my seeds. They are in thrifted containers, along with some other seeds that are in here. These are gloves, because you have to have on gloves before you can be maneuvering or doing anything. And also when trimming, I have some more gloves. That's on like a little thrifted stool. These are my products. This is all, well, I shouldn't say my products, but this is pretty much what I'm using right now. So I will share more with you on that. These are zip ties, because you always need them in a growing space. And those are booties. People are required to wear booties in here. I don't have on booties right now. I do have on my house slippers. These look like some Indian grandfather's house shoes, and they're so comfortable, and I love them. There are my little cores, coconut core. So that's how I start my seeds. I'll talk more about that. Distilled water, blah blah. Here are my buckets. One, when I flip it over, will be just distilled water, and then one will be distilled water with the nutrients I use, and I'll talk about that and why I am trying without and with what I got going on. These are trays that have been cleaned, sterilized, or ready to go. That's my barrel that I put my water and my pump in, so keep the water moving. This is my little spot for visitors, or when we have to do like a small trim or whatever. Have two outdoor rugs out here, and then I have this tape up here to sometimes to hang flour, and you know, a little small, we're learning, and then also to separate, like this is the sacred area. And then over here, this needs to be really organized. In these right here, I have my soils. So all of those have soil. And like, I think this one is for hemp, this one is for other herbs, and this is like my home garden. And then these are all like planting trays. There's some hemp right there curing. All these cups I inherited from, you know, past growing setup, and so I don't know what to really do with them. I have them. I'm trying to use less plastic, but I inherited a lot of plastic. So yeah, figuring that out, but I don't know, maybe for the harvest party. And then there's my pump, and then there are nutrients back there, which most of those are actually synthetic, so I'm not using any of those. There's some bat guano and a few other things I will be using. And then over here, right here, there's the AC, there's fan, there are extra fans, there's the heater. So all of this over here, and then of course my water heater, but all of this over here is things for to keep the temperature right in here, you know, to keep the situation ideal. The only thing that's missing from over here is a dehumidifier, so that is going to be upcoming purchase. So yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here you have it. This is my laboratory. This is my first farm. This is where I am learning how to perfect what I do. That's for drying. Oh, last thing I forgot to tell y'all, this is my punching bag, because you know, sometimes be a hard day, shit just didn't go right, something happened with a plant, you wanted more sales, somebody asked you just a dumb question, you done got some kind of piece of mail that, you know, got your name on it, you responsible for something that you ain't had nothing to do with, you need to punch that ish out. And so that serves dual purpose, because it can get stress out and it can help get me ready for farming, because farming is a very physical endeavor. So that's it. The reason I have this on is because honestly, like, this is how I dress day to day. I threw the green robe on though because it's chilly out here, and then these are to protect my eyes, but and the earrings because, you know, it was a thumbnail. But yeah, this is my setup. I hope you appreciate this little tour. You know, if you have some suggestions for how to make it better, then please share them. And again, like, subscribe, all of that, appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video.